and today we are talking about money. Hey. Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Morgan. It's spelled with an E, hence the name Morgan with an E. If you're new to my channel, please keep watching and let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. If you have been here before and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I would love for you to come back and watch me in the future. Today, we are going to talk about one of the things that led me to make my YouTube channel in the first place. I know that there are so many medical YouTubers that are out there doing vlogs and whatever, giving their advice, but so many different things get left and lost in translation and don't get talked about. And today we are talking about money. And today we are talking about money, specifically how much money is it going to cost you to move from wherever your medical school is to your residency. So I'm going to talk about some of the things you should be thinking about when you're getting ready for that transition, but I'm also going to give you some numbers to just kind of estimate how much it's costing me to make that transition. Now, part of the reason why this isn't talked about more is because a lot of medical students are still second, third, and fourth generation doctors, of which I am one, but I don't have the same family presence or family advising that some of my classmates have, or the same amount of family support. So I had to hurry up and get myself together when it came to fourth year to be able to forward applications, moving, as well as a couple of vacations for myself. And this is how you can do that too. So first off, how do medical students even have money? All of us are not getting money from our parents, right? So in my case, I have a scholarship for most of my tuition, and those are easier to come by than you may think, especially if you're going to an in-state school. And then I take out loans for my living expenses. So I have taken out the full amount every single year and saved a good portion of that. There are really multiple options to go about doing this. You can take out less than the maximum amount and just budget, or you can do what I did, take out as much loans as you can and save a good portion of that for fourth year, which is what I chose to do. So by the time I got to fourth year, I had probably around one semester's worth of my allotment saved in savings, and I used that money to be able to afford step 2, to be able to afford applications. If we had had in-person interviews this year, I would have used that money for my interviews, and I am using that money to be able to move this June. When your medical school gives you your allotment for the semester, that money is only supposed to get you until the end of your time in school, technically. So if they give you, say, $10,000 for a semester, and we'll pretend that it's your final semester in medical school, that is only supposed to get you through May when you finish your coursework. But you don't get paid for residency in most cases until July 1st or July 15th or even later. So how are you supposed to make it through that last month of time and all of the money that it's going to cost you to move? Savings, family, whatever you can do. Unfortunately, some people take out extra loans for this. Again, something that was not talked about until about a month ago, when a lot of people in my same situation started realizing how much it was going to cost to move. I have made a little list of the things that I am paying for to move. The first one is first month's rent and deposit, which in most cases in any city you're going to have to pay up front. So I paid that after I signed my lease, and for me that was $4,000. Don't even want to talk about it. The second thing is movers. So unless you're making a short move, or you have a lot of family support, that, you know, somebody with some type of moving van or whatever, this is going to be one of your most expensive expenses. So movers for me is around $2,100 to get from Alabama to New York City, and thankfully that does include a lot of things. The movers are going to literally move everything in and out of my old apartment to the new apartment, but they're also going to professionally wrap like my mirrors and other more fragile items. So it's somewhat worth it. I paid for $1,000 of that, and thankfully my parents are going to help me cover the other $1,000 after the deposit. Then travel to your new city. So for me, I'm driving up to New York City with my parents, and I assume that's going to cost us somewhere around $500 with gas, staying in a hotel for a day, that type of stuff. Then new furniture. So I am keeping these chairs. I was going to sell them, but I decided to go ahead and keep them. And I'm also keeping a few other smaller items like lamps and tables. But I am not keeping my couch, and I'm not keeping my bed. So those are two really big items that I'm going to have to purchase, and that's going to cost me around $1,500. For utilities in July, I have allotted about $250, and then groceries somewhere around $200. And then I'm selling furniture. So far I've sold 2 items, and that's gotten me to around $125. And I'm also selling my bed and possibly a couple of other small things, and I'm hoping that it'll bring me in about $300 to $500. Once you add all of that together, we're looking at around $8,000 to $9,000 in moving costs that were not considered in the money that my school gave me for the semester. So obviously having savings is what got me to this place. But I'm also working right now, which is something that I definitely suggest fourth year medical students do in their off time. Don't overwork yourself, because you do need that rest. But right now I'm not doing anything, and so I am doing DoorDash for the next month or so to try and make some extra money and just pad my savings a little bit until I get to my first paycheck. Other people do things like babysitting or just get a regular job. I have a friend that's working at Topgolf. Some people will dog walk. All types of small things that you can do on the side that don't require too much effort or a long application time period. So yeah, I just really wanted to put this video together so that there's something out there when people search for residency moving expenses that people will actually find, because right now when you search that, there's not a lot that comes up. If you have any questions about that, leave a comment, ask me anything. I would love to give more information. Like I said, I wanted this to just be a really quick breakdown of everything that it costs to move for residency, and I hope that this was helpful. And again, if you have been watching my videos for a while and aren't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're looking for more medical school or residency content, I have an entire playlist which I will put above. Hope you guys have a great day, and see you next time.